कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you very much for your kind association. Let's get started with our study of Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam in our Bhakti Vaibhava course. Let us recite our Mangalacharan prayers first. Om अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वतदेव गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। तथैव चान्ये नरलोकवीरा आहवे कृष्णमुखारविन्दम् नेत्रे पिबन्तो नयनाभिरामं पार्थास्त्रपूतः पदमापुरस्य। अहो बकीयं स्तनकालकूटं जिघ्रांसयापाययदप्यसाध्वी लेभे गतिं धात्र्युचितां ततोऽन्यं कं वा दयालुं शरणं व्रजेम। अशेषसङ्क्लेशशमं विधत्ते गुणानुवाद श्रवणं मुरारे। किं वा पुनस्तच्चरणारविन्द परागसेवारतिरात्मलब्धा। सोऽहं नृणां क्षुल्यसुखाय दुःखं महद्गतानां विरमाय तस्य। प्रवर्तये भागवतं पुराणं यदाह साक्षात् भगवान् ऋषिभ्यः। त्वं भक्तियोगपरिभावितहृत्सरोज आस्ये श्रुते क्षितपथो ननु नाथ पुंसाम्। यद्यद्धियात उरुगाय विभावयन्ति तत्तद्वपु प्रणयसे सदनुग्रहाय। सोऽसावदभ्रकरुणो भगवान् विवृद्ध प्रेम स्मितेन नयनाम्बुरुहं वृजिम्भम्। उत्थाय विश्वविजयाय च नो विषादम् माध्व्यागिरापनयतात् पुरुषः पुराणः। ससर्जाग्रन्थतामिस्रम् अथत्तामिस्रमादिकृत् महामोहं च मोहं च तमश्चाज्ञानवृत्तयः। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So, dear devotees, we are continuing our study of Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam. Currently, we are going to start Canto 3, Chapter 9, entitled Lord Brahma's Prayers for Creative Energy, Text 3. So, this is again Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam 3.9.3. Lord Brahma is offering these prayers to Lord Vishnu, Shri Garbhodakshay Vishnu. Lord Brahma is offering these prayers at the beginning of creation. Nata param paramayad bhavata swarupam anandamatramavikalpamavidhavarchaha pashyami vishvasrijamekamavisvamatman bhutendriyatmakamadasta upashritosmi. Translations and purports by our beloved founder Acharya, His Divine Grace, Shri Srimad Abhay Charanarvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: Lord Brahmaji is saying, O my Lord Vishnu, I do not see a form superior to your present form of eternal bliss and knowledge. Natah param paramayad bhavata swarupam ananda matram. This beautiful Satchidananda Vigraha that I am seeing, O Lord Vishnu, I do not think there is any form superior to this. Because your form is a form of eternal bliss and knowledge. In your impersonal Brahman effulgence, in the spiritual sky, there is no change. There is no occasional change and there is no deterioration of internal potency. It is avikalpam, without change, and aviddha varcha. There is no deterioration of the potency. Where? In the spiritual sky, where the Brahma Jyoti is there and there are many Vaikuntha planets. There is no influence of time. There is no vikar. I surrender unto you, upashrita asmi. Upashrita asmi. I surrender unto you because whereas I am proud of my material body and senses, your lordship is the cause of the cosmic manifestation, and yet you are untouched by matter. Krishna is untouched by matter. Purport. As stated in Sri Bhagavad Gita 18.55, Bhaktyamam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tatvatah. The Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna can only be partially known and only by the process of devotional service. Bhaktyamam abhijanati. Only by devotion can we understand Krishna. Lord Brahma became aware that the Supreme Lord Krishna has many, many eternal blissful forms of knowledge. Ramadi Murtishu Kala Niyamena Tishthan. Krishna has got many, many forms, and all of them are Satchidananda Vigraha. He has described such expansions of the Supreme Lord, Govinda, in his Brahma Samhita. Lord Brahma has explained in 5th chapter, verse 33, as follows: Advaitam Achyutamanadimanantarupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayauvanam Cha Vedeshu Durlabham Adurlabhamatma Bhakto Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. I worship Lord Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is non-dual and infallible. Advaitam means not dual. Achyutam means is infallible. He is the original cause of all causes, Anadim. Even though he expands in many, many forms, Ananta Rupam, although he is the oldest personality, Adyam Purana Purusham, he is the oldest personality, he is ever youthful. Nava Yauvanamcha. He is unaffected by old age. Nava Yauvanamcha. He is always young. Yauvan. Avastha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna cannot be known by academic wisdom of the Vedas. Vedeshu Durlabha. However, Adurlabham Atma Bhakta. However, he can be approached. How? One has to approach the devotee of Lord Krishna to understand Lord Krishna. Atma Bhakta. Vedeshu Durlabha. Krishna cannot be approached by academic study. With our knowledge, we cannot grasp Krishna. But Adurlabha Atma Bhakta. If we take shelter of Atma Bhakta, if we take shelter of Krishna's devotees, then Krishna is Adurlabh. Which means he can be obtained. The only way to understand Lord Krishna as he is by devotional service. Srila Prabhupada says, or by approaching the devotee of the Lord who always has Lord Krishna in the heart. So Prabhupada gives two options if you want to approach Krishna. Either approach Krishna through bhakti or approach Krishna through bhakta. Are you understanding? Either take to the process of devotional service and approach Krishna, follow the path of bhakti, or Atma Bhakta, follow the path of a pure devotee who carries Krishna in the heart. Further down in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, by devotional perfection, one can understand that the impersonal Brahma Jyoti is only a partial representation of Krishna. In the spiritual sky of the Brahma Jyoti, there is no change of various kalpas. Therefore, it is called avikalpam. There is no change of different kalpas, millenniums. There are no creative activities in the Vaikuntha worlds. The influence of time is conspicuous by its absence. So many times we quote this sentence of Srila Prabhupada. Here is the reference. Prabhupada has written this in the purport to Srimad Bhagavatam 3.9.3. Prabhupada says, in Vaikuntha, the influence of time is conspicuous by its absence. The rays of the transcendental body of Lord Krishna, the unlimited Brahma Jyoti, Brahma Jyoti is undeterred by the influence of material energy. Material energy has no effect on the spiritual world. Hare Krishna. Text 4. Tadva idam bhuvana mangala mangalaya dhyanesmano darshitam tadupasakanam tasmai namo bhagavate nuvidhema tubhyam yo nadrito narakabhagbhirasat prasangai. This present form or any transcendental form expanded by the Supreme Personality of Godhead Shri Krishna is equally auspicious for all the universes. Krishna's personal forms, Ramadi, Murtishu, Kalaniyam, and Tishtan, all these different Nana avatar, they are meant to bring auspiciousness to the different universes where Krishna appears. Since you have manifested this eternal personal form upon whom your devotees meditate, I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Those who are destined to be displaced to the path of hell neglect your personal form because of speculating on material topics. Naraka bhagi bhi. Asat prasangai. Asat means material topics. If we become busy in material topics, then we will not have time for spiritual topics and we will neglect Krishna, who has come to this universe for our benefit. So Brahmaji is saying that your form is meant to bring auspiciousness to the universes. And devotees should meditate on the form of Krishna. Those who don't meditate on the form of Krishna, they are candidates for going to hell, Lord Brahma is saying. Purport. In the first sentence of the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, the personal forms exhibited by Lord Krishna in his different plenary expansions are all for the benediction of all the universes. The personal form of Lord Krishna is also worshipped in meditation as the super soul, Paramatma. But the impersonal Brahmajyoti is not worshipped. This is the difference, Prabhupada writes. That Krishna's personal form is meditated upon, it is worshipped. Paramatma form also one can meditate in the heart and worship, offer worship, like Dhruva Maharaj did. But there is no worship of the Brahma Jyoti. There is no worship of the Brahma Jyoti. Next paragraph, Srila Prabhupada writes, all the plenary expansions of the personality of Godhead are equally potent as confirmed in the Brahma Samhita 5.46. दीपार्चिरेव हि दशान्तरमभ्युपेत्य दीपायते विवृतहेतुसमानधर्मा यस्तादृगेव हि च विष्णुतया विभाति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. Lord Krishna expands himself as the flames of a fire expand one after another, like different candles are lit one after the other. Although the original flame, the original candle, which is Sri Krishna, is accepted as Govinda, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all other expansions, such as Lord Ram, Lord Narsimhadev, Lord Varahadev, are as potent as the original Lord Krishna. Because they're the same person. All such expanded forms are transcendental, Prabhupada says. They're all transcendental and they all bring auspiciousness. Text 5. Ye tu tvadiya charanambuja kosha gandham jigranti karana vivarai shruti vata nitam bhaktya grihita charana paraya cha tesham napayashinath hridayam buruhat swapumsam. Lord Brahma is saying, O my Lord Vishnu, persons who smell the aroma of your lotus feet, Tvadiya Charanambuja Kosha Gandham. If one experiences the fragrance of Krishna's lotus feet, which is carried by the air of Vedic sound, Shrutivata, Shrutivata. Shrutivata Nitam means the fragrance from the lotus feet of Krishna is carried in the form of the Vedic verses. Which means if we experience the sweetness of the various verses in the Shastra, if we are relishing, Aho Bakiyam Stanakala Kutam Jigham Sayapaya Yadap Asadvi Lebhe Gatim Dhatri Uchitam Tatonyam Kamva Dayalum Sharanam Vrajema. We are experiencing how Uddhav is speaking this. And we are actually remembering the Putana Uddhar Leela. When we are experiencing the sweetness of the Vedic verses, we are actually experiencing the sweet fragrance of Krishna's lotus feet. Because Krishna's lotus feet, the aroma is carried through the Shabda Brahma, the Vedic scriptures. Therefore, we should read Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. O my Lord, persons who smell the aroma of your lotus feet carried by the air of Vedic sound through the holes of the ears accept your devotional service. They accept your devotional service. Bhaktya grihita. They accept bhakti, devotional service. For them, you are never separated from the lotus of their heart. Na paeshi nath hridayam buruhat swapumsam. Swapumsam, your own people, your own devotees, Atma Bhaktau. You are never separated from the lotus of their heart, which means Tomara Hridaya Sada Govinda Vaishram. Krishna always remains in the heart of the devotees. Sadhavo Hridayam Mayam. That is the meaning. Sadhavo Hridayam Mayam. For the purport, for the pure devotee of the Lord, there is nothing beyond the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. The lotus feet of Lord Krishna are everything for us. Always there is meditation on the lotus feet of Guru and Krishna. Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Namaste Pankajanghraya. Always there is meditation on Krishna's lotus feet. The Lord also does not wish to be separated from the lotus hearts of those pure devotees. That is a transcendental relationship between the pure devotee and the personality of Godhead Krishna. The pure devotee always wants to carry Krishna in the heart, always wants to remember Krishna. Manmana Bhavaman Bhakto. He gives his mind, his heart to Krishna. And Krishna never wants to leave the heart of the devotee. Sadhavo Hridayam Mayam. Sadhunam Hridayam Toham. The sadhus are in my heart and I am in the heart of my sadhus. That is a reciprocal relationship between Krishna and the devotee. Last paragraph. The word paraya is very significant. Para bhakti or spontaneous love for Krishna, God, is the basis of an intimate relationship with Krishna. This highest stage of relationship with Lord Krishna can be attained simply by hearing about Krishna, Krishna's name in Kirtan, Krishna's form, Krishna's qualities, etc., Krishna's Leela from Srimad Bhagavatam, from authentic sources like Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, recited by pure, unalloyed devotees of the Lord, which means we should hear from the pure devotees who are practicing unalloyed devotion. Then just hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita from such a pure devotee will give rise to Krishna Prem, Parabhakti, spontaneous love for God, for Krishna. Then we will have the intimate relationship with Krishna. And having this intimate relationship with Krishna is the highest. And it can be attained simply by Shravanam. But we should hear the right scripture, that is Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, from the right person, which is a pure devotee. Prabhupada says. Text 6. Tavad bhayam dravina deha surinnimittam shoka spriha paribhavo vipulascha lobha tavan mamet asadavagraha arti moolam yavan natengrim abhayam pravrinita lokaha. O my Lord, dear Lord Vishnu, the people of the world are embarrassed by all material anxieties. Bhayam. They are fearful because of Dravina, wealth, Deha, body, Surit, their relatives. Shoka, Spriha. They are always in anxiety. They are always afraid. Bhayam. They always try to protect their wealth, their body, their friends, family members. They are filled with lamentation and unlawful desires. Unlawful desires and paraphernalia. And they avariciously base their undertakings on the perishable conception of my, mine, mameti, asad avagraha. As long as they do not take shelter of your safe lotus feet, yavan nate angrim abhayam, abhayangri or abhayacharan, unless and until they don't take shelter of abhayacharan, they are full of such anxieties. Full of such anxieties. Bhajahure mana Shrinandanandana abhaya charana aravinda. You have to take shelter of Krishna. So this is a very important verse. Text 6. I'll read again. Tavad bhayam dravina deha surin nimittam shoka spriya paribhavo vipulascha lobha tavan mamet asadavagraha arti moolam yavan natyangrim abhayam pravrinita lokaha. So we have to take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet. Otherwise, we'll be in anxiety in this world. There are many dangers in this world. Shoka, bhaya, all this is great there. And it is simply because we try to protect ourselves, our family members and relatives and friends, and our wealth. Most of the anxiety is because of these reasons, Lord Brahma is saying. And what is the solution? Solution is Tavan mamet asad avagraha arti moolam yavan nate angrim abhayam pravrinita loka. Pravrinita means to take shelter. As long as we have not taken shelter of Krishna's lotus feet, we will be anxious. But once we take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet, then our anxiety can be diminished. Purport. One may question how one can always think of Lord Krishna in regard to his name, fame, quality, etc. Krishna says, Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmara. Always remember me. How to do that? Prabhupada is raising a question. If one is embarrassed by thoughts of family affairs, if we are having material problems, if we are having problems, we are having health problem, our family members are having problems, our family members are having health issues. A human being in today's society has so much stress, so much is going on in life. So Prabhupada is asking a question, how can one always think of Krishna then, when we have so many problems to handle? Everybody agrees with this? Anybody disagrees? We all have problems. So if our problems are bothering us so much, how can we think of Krishna at all times? Prabhupada is raising this question. Prabhupada will answer it in the purport. Everyone in the material world is full of thoughts about how to maintain the family, how to protect the family, how to protect the wealth, how to keep peace with friends and relatives. Thus, he is always in fear and lamentation, trying to keep up with the status quo. In answer to this question, this verse spoken by Lord Brahma is very appropriate. That as long as we don't take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet, the anxieties will trouble us. Prabhupada continues in the second paragraph. A pure devotee, please listen very carefully, this is a very important purport. A pure devotee of Lord Krishna never thinks himself as the proprietor of his house. He surrenders everything unto the supreme control of Lord Krishna, and thus he has no fear for maintaining his family or protecting the interests of his family. अपने घर गृहस्थी की बागडोर कृष्णा के कर कमलों में सौंप देनी है. We have to hand over all proprietorship, all ownership in the lotus hands of Krishna. Hand over. Our job is to take care of the family, take care of ourselves, take care of the wealth, but with the spirit of an employee. Mukta Sangha Prabhu, you are employee. You are employee.
Yes, Prabhu.
You work for a company.
Yes, Prabhu.
You try to take care of the interest of the company. You try to work for the company. You try to generate profit for the company. You try to benefit the company. You try that the company does well.
Yes, bro.
But if the company goes bankrupt,
I won't have job.
you will not have job, but you will find job elsewhere.
Yes.
You will not say that, oh, hi, my company suffered loss. You will not take it personally
No.
because it's a job.
Yes.
Hmm. So you do the job, but with a spirit of detachment. If the company does well, okay. If the company doesn't do well, okay, I'll look for something else. But it's not money going from your pocket. Every day, the company market fluctuates, but you are not bothered. But the CEO is bothered because his paycheck is tied to that, how the company is doing. You are a salaried man. Your salary will come, whether the company is here or here. Your salary will continue. That is the point. That we have to live in this world with that spirit of detachment. We do. We take care, we work for the benefit of this world, of our family and everything. But at the end of the day, we have to remember, and this is difficult, but nothing great is easy. Nothing great is easy. It was not easy for Prabhupada to leave his children, three children, his wife, and go. It was not easy for Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj to leave his six children. Eldest was 19 years old. Hmm. Nothing great is easy in this world. So this is difficult, but we have to understand that actually this is Krishna's family. This is not my family. We may have given birth to the children. We may have taken Saptapadi, Sat Phere, gotten married, and our birth certificate will have our parents' name. Yes, these family relationships are there, but ultimately they are temporary and therefore they are not our real relationships. Our real relationship is with Krishna, Guru, and the pure devotees. So, this spirit of detachment has to be cultivated. Srila Prabhupada is saying, and Lord Brahma is saying, as long as we do not take shelter of the safe lotus feet of Krishna, we will be full of anxiety. And how can we take shelter unless and until we feel ourselves to be shelterless in the material world? Tell me. अगर बॉस पे भरोसा है, if we think my boss will अवश्य रक्षिबे boss, if this is the attitude, boss बचा लेगा, he likes me, I want to be in the good books of my boss, he will save me. If company goes down, he will give me a letter of recommendation. On the power of his letter of recommendation, somebody else will hire me. I have to maintain. उसके बर्थडे पार्टी में जाऊंगा क्योंकि बॉस मेरा रक्षक है, बॉस मेरा पालन करता है. Then we will try to maska maro material people, and our sharanagati will get compromised. We have faith in our boss, we have faith in our 401k, we have faith in our safe investments. मेरा कोई shares नहीं है, मेरा saving account में है सब. So when we have all these attitudes, and what if you got a heart attack and die just now? What will happen to your safe investment? What will happen to your retirement plan? All the plans will be plans only. Next life you start from scratch with Cerelac. Finished. Unless we lose faith in this material world, we we can say Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. We can say Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. Very easy to say, but very difficult unless and until we have completely lost hope of anything, any shelter in this material world. That includes shelter of best friends, best family members, best children, spouse, and the unconditional love of the parents. We have to lose faith in all these things because all relationships in this world are based on some selfish interest. All relationships. And as long as we have faith that this relationship will protect me, that much less Sharanagati. When everything else becomes zero and I only have Krishna now, nobody else, that is when Sharanagati begins. Happy go lucky devotee cannot take Sharanagati. Gajendra lost all faith in this material world. All his wives, all his children left him. Okay, but my strength is there. No, he lost faith in his strength also. His strength also failed him. Draupadi's strength failed her. She had the 5 most powerful husbands. They were right there to protect her. But she lost faith in them also. Even they cannot protect me. Okay, at least there are the wise elders. Bhishma Dev is there. Nothing adharmic cannot happen when Bhishma Dev is. He is Mahajan. Vidur is there. Dronacharya is there. Kripacharya is there. Nothing worked. Nothing worked. Agre kurunamath pandavanam dushasanena ritavastra kesha. That's why Srila Bilomangal Thakur in the first line, first verse, he says, Agre Kuru, in front of the enemies, Draupadi was being attacked. Agre Kuru, in front of the enemies. Oh, but the Pandavas will save. No! Agra Pandavanam. Even the Pandavas were watching. Even they did not do anything. There is a reason why Sri Bilomangalacharya puts Pandav there. He didn't have to put Pandav in that verse. He says, Agre Kurunam Atha Pandavanam Dushasanena Ritavastra Kesha Krishna Tadakroshadananyanatha Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. Only Govinda can protect us. I have no other shelter. Shri Surdas ji also prayed in the similar way. Apabal tapabal और बाहुबल चौथो है बलदाम सूर किशोर कृपाते सबबल हारे को हरि नाम. Only one who says that I am finished, I am defeated, I have lost, nothing will help me. Unless we have that mood of Gajendra or Draupadi, we cannot take Sharanagati. And unless we take Sharanagati, real bhakti does not begin. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu even rejects Sarva Dharman Parityajya. You can read Raya Ramananda Samvad. The highest instruction of Bhagavad Gita is rejected by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because Sarva Dharman Parityajya is where bhakti starts. That's where bhakti. Sharanagati is the beginning of bhakti. Real bhakti. And we cannot take Sharanagati unless and until we have faith in this material world. We have faith. How many of you have faith that someday I will retire? My 401k will be there. Some bank balance will be there. Some family member will take care of me in my old age. My house is paid off. My car will be paid off by that time. Okay, I will be all right. We all think like this. Retirement planning. है ना? These are all asat sainya. Fallible soldiers, Bhagavatam says. Nothing will save. As long as we have this faith, there is no harm in planning. But like Prabhupada, when everything was taken away, Prabhupada was simply, who knows? When Yasyaham Anugranami Harishetat Dhanam Shanay happened, what did Prabhupada do? He simply laughed. Because he saw Srimad Bhagavatam playing out in his life. He saw Yasyaham Anugranami actually manifest. Krishna was giving his anugrah. Prabhupada said, I was simply laughing. One loss after the other. Prabhupada's one son had psychiatric problem, and Prabhupada admitted him in the British hospital. There were two wings, wings for Indians and wings for Westerners. He tried through Vaidya, it did not work. Prabhupada got his son admitted in the Western wing, where all England trained FRCP, FRCS doctors were treating the patients. He got his son admitted, paid a lot of money for the treatment. For some time, the treatment worked. But then medication compliance also is required. Also, medications are not effective forever. So Prabhupada's son just walked out of the house one day. And Prabhupada could never find him. Prabhupada could never find him. No one knows what happened. So heartbreaking to lose a son like that. So Prabhupada had a very difficult life. Hmm. Prabhupada said, when one thing after the other, Prayag pharmacy was taken away, my own employee cheated me, my own wife sold my manuscript of Bhagavad Gita in Raddi to get some paisas. Imagine, there is no backup, there is no hard drive, there is no duplicate copy saved. It's handwritten manuscript. You have spent years doing it painstakingly, and your wife sells it in Raddi. You understand Raddi? Like paper, just trash, bhangar. How person will feel? Children were not cooperating, wife was not cooperating the way Prabhupada wanted. It was a very difficult life. Financial stress. His Gurudev left this world. 6 years, not even 6 years, 3 years after initiation, Srila Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj was entered the Nitya Leela. There was no counselor. There was no Bhakti Vriksha going on. Prabhupada had to figure it out himself. There were no ISKCON Desiratory recordings of the classes of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, theme-wise, year-wise. Nothing. Gone. The Vani is gone. There is not one recording of Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. Not one recording. How Prabhupada must have carried on. That's why Srila Prabhupada did not name a successor, Acharya. Because the Acharya will prove himself or herself. The Acharya will prove himself. The test of time is there. Real sincerity is shown in the absence of the Guru. Sometimes Ritviks argue. If Prabhupada wanted his disciples to become future Gurus, he would have appointed. Not necessary. Because the test of the Acharya is how the Acharya behaves after the Gurudev has entered Nitya Leela. Therefore, Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj would always very emphatically say, in my presence, don't say Nitya Leela Pravishta Om Vishnupad. No. Start with Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhams Parivraja. Don't say Nitya Leela Pravishta. Because Srila Prabhupada is with me. I experience him all the time. He's with me. He's here. So Sharanagati is something that we have to really think about. If we want to go to the platform of Raganuga Bhakti, then we have to take Sharanagati. If you look at the purport to verse number 5, look at the last paragraph which we read about Parabhakti. Spontaneous love of God is the basis of an intimate relationship with Lord. So if we want to develop a certain sthai bhav, sakhya bhav, vatsalya bhav, madhurya bhav, whatever it is, then that is the Raganuga platform, because we have developed intense attachment and taken shelter of a Ragatmika Bhakta, and we are doing bhajan under the Ragatmika Bhakta. Someone in Vatsalya maybe has taken shelter of Yashoda Maiya. Someone in Sakha Bhav may have taken shelter of Abhiram, Subal Sakha. And someone in Madhurya Rati may have taken shelter of Rupa Manjari, like that, or Lalita Sakhi, depending on the sampradaya. And then you meditate on that Ragatmika Bhakta, like Rupa Manjari, and you perform bhajan, considering yourself to be a maid servant of Rupa Manjari. That is Raganuga Bhakti. But it has to be spontaneous, not artificial. And that Raganuga platform cannot be attained unless and until we have attained Sharanagati platform first. And Sharanagati is Anukula Sankalpa, Pratikulya Vivarjanam, Rakshishaiti Vishwaso, Goptritve Varanam Tatha. Atmanikshepa Karpanya, Shadvida Sharanagati. This is the definition of Sharanagati, according to Srila Rupa Goswami, quoting from the Puranas. So it behooves all of us to sincerely think about Sharanagati. In my life, am I following the path of Sharanagati? Anukulya sa sankalpa, pratikulya vivarjanam. Rakshishayati vishvaso. Do I have complete faith that Krishna will protect me? In some class, I don't remember which class, I had asked all of you a question that just like there are the 9 limbs of bhakti, Navavida bhakti, but Taramadhya Sarvashresh Nam Sankirtan. The most important is Nam Sankirtan. Similarly, among these 6 limbs of Sharanagati, Shad Anga Sharanagati, which one is most important? And all other limbs depend on that. What is that one limb of Sharanagati out of the 6 limbs? Radha Gopinath Prabhu?
Hare Krishna, धन्यवाद प्रणाम गुप्तित्व वर्ण.
Yes, very good. Goptritva Varanam. To accept Krishna as one's maintainer. Think about it. Logically, one may say Anukula sa Sankalpa is the most important. That cannot happen unless and until we accept Krishna as our maintainer. Because Krishna is my maintainer, I want to do what is favorable. Because Krishna is my maintainer, I want to avoid that which is unfavorable. Because Krishna is my maintainer, why do I have to worry? He will maintain me. He will protect me. I have full faith that he is my protector. And because Krishna is my maintainer, he is maintaining me, he is maintaining everyone. I feel so humble, Dainya. I feel unqualified. Still, Krishna is maintaining me. Even though he has so many servants, he is maintaining this one useless servant. And because Krishna is my maintainer, what do I own? Everything belongs to him. He is my master. Atmanivedana. All the limbs come from this one limb. Goptritve Varanam. To accept Krishna as our maintainer. So we should all think about Sharanagati. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written a very beautiful bhajan explaining the concept of Sharanagati. And actually, I would like to, let me see if I can find it. I would like to show you how it very much correlates with what Srila Prabhupada has written in this purport. So it will take me some time to find it, but it is there. One second. Please bear with me. So this will be.
On KK songs, all the Sharanagati bhajans are there.
Yeah, I will find it, Prabhuji. One second. So. So I will share my screen. Please don't think we are going very slow. Please, if you have any faith in me, you listen to this bhajan very nicely. I'm sharing my screen. Amara Bolite Prabhu by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So let me read the purport first. The second paragraph of the purport to verse 6. Listen carefully. So Prabhupada raised a question about Sharanagati. How one can always think of Krishna if one has got so many anxieties. our family members are suffering, our health is suffering, we are having financial stress, how we can just think of Krishna? There is so much anxiety. Prabhupada is just completely changing our attitude here. Prabhupada is saying, listen carefully, a pure devotee of Lord Krishna never thinks of himself as the proprietor of his home. He surrenders everything unto the supreme control of Lord Krishna, and thus he has no fear for maintaining his family or protecting the interests of his family. I am reading it again. A pure devotee surrenders everything unto Krishna, and thus he has no fear for maintaining his family or protecting the interests of his family. Because of this surrender means what? Sharanagati. Because of this surrender, he no longer has any attraction for wealth. Even if there is attraction for wealth, it is not for sense enjoyment, but for the service of Lord Krishna. A pure devotee may be attracted to accumulating wealth just like an ordinary man. But the difference is that a devotee acquires money for the service of the Lord, whereas the ordinary man acquires money for his sense enjoyment. Thus, the acquisition of wealth by a devotee is not a source of anxiety, as is the case for a worldly man. And because a pure devotee accepts everything in the sense of serving Lord Krishna, the poisonous teeth of accumulating of wealth are extracted. If a snake has its poison removed and then bites a man, there is no fatal effect. Similarly, wealth accumulated in the cause of Lord Krishna has no poisonous teeth, and the effect is not fatal. A pure devotee is never entangled in material worldly affairs, even though he may remain in the material world like an ordinary man, because his intention is always to serve Krishna. If I get money, I will serve Krishna. If I get followers, I will engage them in Krishna's service. If I get a flower, I will use it in Krishna's service. Once Shripad Vaisheshika Maharaj was given a lighter in book distribution instead of money. You have all seen that video. He used that lighter because he was smoking cigarettes. So he had a lighter. Maharaj said, I'll take it. And he used it to offer arti. So that devotee, that person on the street who was smoking will get benefit. So this verse number 6 is very important. And Brahmaji is telling us how we can be free from, look at the first line, bhayam. Look at the second line, shoka. If we want to be free from fear and sorrow, how many of you want to be free from fear, bhaya, and shok? Please raise your hand. I want. Because this world is dukhalaya. Dukhalaya shashvatam. And the soul is sat, chit, ananda. See the contrast. This world is dukhalaya, ashashvat, and it is the disease of avidya that has affected us. So we are in a world that is temporary, full of sorrow, and full of ignorance. We are always trying to figure out what to do. Hurricane is coming, what to do? This is coming, what to do? Because we don't know the answer. Oh, where is my key? Where did I put my wallet? You see how every time we are in ignorance, avidya, we don't know. Oh, I don't know the way, Prabhu. How do I come to your house? I don't know. We are in avidya. We are in a temporary world. And we are in a world full of sorrow. And the swarup of the jiva is just the opposite in all three respects. It is sat. It is eternal, first of all. This world is anitya. We are nitya. Sat. Chid. Full of knowledge. Our disease in this material world, main disease, avidya. Ananda. Our swarup is ananda and this world is dukkhalaya. Abhi socho. We have three characteristics. The jiva swarup has three characteristics. Sat, Chit, Ananda. And this material world is just the opposite. It lacks these three things. There is avidya, it is temporary, and it is dukkhalaya. So now tell me, my dear friends, how, with all our house paid off, with all our cars paid off, with all our insurance policies and umbrella policies and saving account and 401k account and investments and friends and contacts and relatives living close to us, how we can be happy? This is all asat sainya. They're all false soldiers. So please, I will leave you with this beautiful bhajan by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur to contemplate. Amara bolite Prabhu. Amara bolite Prabhu আর কিছু নাই তুমি আমার মাত্র পিতা বন্ধু ভাই. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, people say, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. My car, my house, my money, my son, my wife. He says, "Koi aara kichu nahi. There is nobody that I can call mine." Okay, so then Krishna asks, what are the relationships you have? Tumi amaro matra pita bandhu bhai. Oh Krishna, you are my father, you are my mother, you are my friend, you are my brother. Because Krishna says, Pita hamase jagata, mata, dhata, pitama. Yes, I accept. Krishna, all my friends will leave me. They will desert me when I need them. Nobody will come to help me. Even my family members may reject me. They may leave me or they may die. They are asat sainya. They are fallible soldiers. Krishna, you are my only true friend. You are my best friend. Suridam sarvabhutana. बंधु दारा सुत सुता तव दासी दास से तो संबंधे सबे आमार प्रयास. If Krishna says, Are, you're saying like this, but you have a wife, Mr. and Mrs. You have a mother, you have a father, you have children. You're educating them, you're giving them place to stay, you're feeding them, maintaining them. And you're saying, I am all the relationships. Why you are having all the other relationships then? Srila Thakur Mahasaya replies, Bandhu, my friends, Dara, my wife, Shri Bhagavati Devi, Suta Suta, my sons and daughters, like Vimla Prasad and everyone, Tava Dasi Das. My wife is your Dasi and Bimla Prasad is your Das. All my family members are your servants. That's how I see them. Seito sambandhe sabe amara prayas. And considering them to be your servants, I maintain relationship with them. That this is not my wife. This is Krishna Dasi. This is not my husband. This is Krishna Das. This is not my daughter, my son. They are Krishna Dasi, Krishna Das. That is their identity. And I am also Krishna Das. So we have a sambandha. Saito sambandhe sabe amara prayas. And then all my prayas, all my endeavors to maintain them are in that understanding of relationship. That I am trying to help Krishna Das. I am trying to serve and protect Krishna Dasi. You see how the attitude is completely changing. Dhana jana griha dara tomara bolia raksha kori ami matra sevaka hoya. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, okay, your relationships are in connection to me, I accept. But then why? What about your house? What about your money? What about your car? What about your possessions? Dhana jana griha dara tomara bolia. My wealth, my family, my home, all my possessions, jewelry, clothes, everything, they are yours. Tomara bolia. They are yours. It's not my house. It is your house. It's not my money. It's your money. Oh, then why are you staying there? Why are you staying in the house? Why are you having the bank account in your name? Raksha kori ami matra sevaka hoya. No, Krishna. This house is yours. It is not mine. But I am living here. I am maintaining it. I am protecting it in the mood of your servant. You have many houses. This is also your house. And on your behalf, I am protecting it. Raksha kori ami matra tomara sevaka hoya. Only as your servant I am doing all this. But you are going and earning wealth. Every month you are getting paycheck. Tomara karyera tare uparjibo dhan. Tomara samsara vyaya koribo bahan. To run your household, Krishna, I go and work and I get my paycheck and I earn the money to earn for you. Tomara karyera tare uparjibo dhan. I am earning wealth for your career, to run your household. Tomara samsara vyaya koribo bahan. To maintain your household, to pay the expenses of your household, Krishna. It's your household. And as your servant, I am raising funds to maintain your house. ভালো মন্দ নাহি জানি সেবা মাত্র করি তোমার সংসারে আমি বিষয় প্রহরী. If Krishna says, yo, you are very intelligent, huh? For every argument you are having counter arguments. Thakur Mahaya says, ভালো মন্দ নাহি জানি সেবা মাত্র করি. No, I don't know what is good, what is wrong. I am a fool. Seva matra kori. But I just want to serve you. তোমার samsare আমি বিষয় প্রহরী. And I'm living in your house just as a watchman. Prahari. Chaukidar. I'm watchman in your house. That's all. I'm not proprietor. তোমার ইচ্ছায় মোর ইন্দ্রিয় চালনা শ্রবণ দর্শন ঘ্রাণ ভোজন vasana. And in this house, whatever I do, whatever my senses do, karmendriya, jnanendriya, it is for your sake, for your seva. Tomara ichha hai. If you approve, I will do. I will not do anything with my senses that you have not sanctioned, that you have not approved. Tomara ichha hai mor indriya chalan. With all my senses, whatever I do is according to your ichha. If you say that this is not to be done, then I will not do it. If you say patram pushpam phalam toyam, I will do that. If you say sadatam kirtayam tamam, I will do that. What you say, what you approve, that only I will do. Nothing else. Shravana, darshana, ghrana, bhojana, vasana. My hearing, my seeing, my smelling, my eating, my clothes, everything. All my desires, they are according to tomara ichha, according to your desire. নিজ সুখ লাগি কিছু নাহি করিয়ার ভকতি বিনোদ বলে তব সুখ সার. I no longer do anything for the sake of my own pleasure. Nija sukha lagi kichu na koriyar. I am not doing anything for my own happiness. Bhakti vinoda bole tava sukha sar. Krishna, I will only do what will please you. And what will please you, I know through Guru, through Shastra, through Sadhu. And that's what I want to do. I want to please you. You want a beautiful flower? I will give you flower. You want aarti? I will give aarti. You want to eat khichdi? I will give you khichdi. You want to hear a kirtan? I will do kirtan. Whatever pleases you. You want me to serve the Vaishnavas? I will serve them. You want me to fast on Ekadashi? I will fast. Whatever makes you happy, Krishna, I will do that. I will not do anything for Nija Sukha Lagi. Nothing for my sake. I will do for your happiness. My dear friends, this bhajan, if you sing it with sincerity, if you understand, if you remember this bhajan, it will help you tremendously when you go through sufferings in this world. And sufferings we all must go through. Nobody here can say that I am not going to suffer. We do not know what fate awaits all of us. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. We may be healthy for many years, or we may suffer a severe setback in our health. We may have financial trouble. We may have career problem. We may have health problem. We may have a legal problem. We may have relationship problems. So many problems can come in this world. There are infinite ways of suffering in this world. But if you remember this bhajan, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, our Guru Parampara, Srila Prabhupada, they will protect us. And our bhay and shok will be mitigated if we follow the path of Sharanagati. So we completed verse number 6. We'll start from verse number 7 tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol. So I will take only one question because I still have hospital, maybe two questions because I have still hospital notes to do after the class. So Shanta Radhika Mataji, then Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्ण।
प्रभु जी, ये हम सब ने अभी आज भी इतना पढ़ा और हम पहले भी सुनते आ रहे हैं, लेकिन प्रभु जी ये प्रैक्टिकल तो अप्लाई नहीं होता कि हम अपने को फैमिली से डिटैच कर लें। हम अपने आप को मानते हैं कि हाँ ये सब भगवान का है, लेकिन स्टिल हम और डिवोटीज को भी देखते हैं या हम अपने आप को भी देखते हैं। वी आर अटैच टू दिस फैमिली मटेरियल वर्ड, क्योंकि हमें भक्ति करने के लिए भी पैसा तो चाहिए ना प्रभु जी, कहीं जाने के लिए, कहीं आने के लिए, कुछ करने के लिए। तो कैसे, मतलब कुछ समझ नहीं आता प्रभु जी। हमारे इतनी कैलमिटीज भी आती हैं, लाइक तब भी वो टेम्परेरी होती हैं, उसके बाद फिर हम सब भूल जाते हैं।
हरे कृष्ण। इसीलिए कुंती महारानी ने प्रार्थना की थी कि विपद शंतुदस्तत शश्वत तत्र तत्र जगत गुरु, कि विपत्ति शाश्वत आती रहे, विपत्ति सदैव आती रहे, ताकि मैं आपको कभी ना भूलूं। इसीलिए हमें इस जगत में, दैट्स व्हाई इन दिस वर्ल्ड वी गेट सफरिंग. Suffering is simply meant to bring us to the point of Sharanagati. That is why Dhruva Maharaj suffered. That is why the gopis suffered. That is why Gajendra suffered. That is why Draupadi suffered. That is why Kunti Maharani suffered. That is why Uttara suffered. Uttara became a widow. Kunti became a widow. Draupadi lost all her 5 children. Just all of them. She became motherless. So all the devotees, they go through suffering simply to come to the point of Sharanagati. There is no way around Sharanagati. Bhagavad Gita says, Sarvadharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja. That is the ultimate instruction of Bhagavad Gita. So without Sharanagati, we cannot begin real bhakti. And Sharanagati for the conditioned soul comes through suffering. That is the purpose behind suffering. His Grace Gauranga Prabhu gave a class in Shri Radha Gopinath Mandir recently. It's on YouTube. You can type Gauranga Prabhu, Purpose Behind Pain. Purpose Behind Pain, Gauranga Prabhu. You can look it on YouTube. And I recommend that you hear this lecture. All of you. I heard this lecture. Very nice lecture. Purpose Behind Pain. Why we suffer in this world. There is a purpose. This world is not random. यहाँ पर जो कुछ होता है उसके पीछे भगवान का एक विधान है. Things don't just happen whimsically in this world. There is a purpose. There is a method to the madness. There is madness in this world. There is a method to the madness. There is a purpose behind pain. तो वो लेक्चर आप सुनिए, Purpose Behind Pain by Gaurang Prabhu. Very nice lecture. Very sobering. तो हाँ, ये सब these things are temporary. We hear, then we forget. We hear, then we forget. We suffer and we think now I'm going to surrender, and then again we forget. That is the nature of a conditioned soul. It's not surprising. It's the nature of the conditioned soul. So therefore, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Every day we have to read. Every day we have to associate with devotees and keep reminding ourselves. It's a fight. In a war, we are, Srila Bhaktitirtha Maharaj said na, that we are all spiritual warriors. Warrior means what? Sometimes we are alert. When there is too much attack, we become alert, we become defensive, we shoot back. And when there is a lull from the enemy side, it is called the quiet, the silence before the storm. If things are quiet, that means अभी कुछ बड़ा होने वाला है. Some big calamity is going to come. They are planning a big attack, surprise attack. So we have to be even more vigilant. So in life, when we suffer, we take shelter of Krishna. And when things are not going that bad, when we think that maybe this world is not such a bad place after all, then that is the time when we have to be very alert, very careful that no, 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 no. This is the silence before the storm. The storm is about to start. So in this way, we have to be vigilant. Sadatam kirtayanto mam nityam bhagavata sevaya. Always we have to do it. Kirtaniya Sadahari. We have to always be in the association of devotees, either physically, virtually, in the heart, chant, hear, read, remember what we have read, and apply it. I was listening to one lecture of my Guru Maharaj this morning, Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj. And His Holiness Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj said, what is realization? Maharaj said, when we gain knowledge through Shastra, we understand it and we apply it. By practicing it, the experience that we get is called realization. I repeat, हम लोग अविद्या में हैं. We are in ignorance. By reading and hearing Shastra, we come to know what is real knowledge, what we are supposed to do, what we are not supposed to do. When we get that Divya Jnana, we apply it in our life and we live based on what we have studied in the scriptures. And by practicing what we have heard, the experience that we get, that is called realization. So this is a matter of realization. We have to hear, we have to practice it. There is no way around it. अगर हम भूल रहे हैं बार बार तो फिर बार बार सुनना है. Like that. So is that okay, Mataji?
प्रभु जी कुछ और पूछूं, टाइम तो नहीं है आपके पास?
माताजी वो बिटिया चिल्ला रही है वहां से, मैथिली, आई कैन हियर हर.
हाँ चलो कोई बात नहीं, ठीक है प्रभु जी.
उसको सुलाना है.
Okay,
9:40 हो गए यहाँ पे, मुझे नोट्स भी करने हैं. So Bhagavati Maताजी, I will do it next time. Okay, sorry, I have to go. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I think somebody shared the lecture. Ajay Govind ने share किया है. Thank you. Thank you, dear devotees. Please forgive me. I am not able to give as much time as I would like to. Hare Krishna.
Thank you
Jai
very
Shri
much,
Prabhupada.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.